Magandang gabi sa ating lahat. Welcome to our 365 daily devotions. At ngayong gabi ay tatalakayin natin ang talata mula sa aklat ng Genesis. Genesis chapter 6 verses 7 to 9. So, getting ready for change. Paghahanda sa pagbabago. So, ang series na ito ay mula sa God's Catalyst for Change. Ano nga ba yung naguhudyat sa atin para magbago? So, ang talata na pagbubulan nga natin ngayon ay tungkol sa Genesis chapter 6, 7 to 9. So, sabi dito, "So the Lord said, I will wipe from the face of the earth and the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord." So this is the account of Noah and his family. So Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. So ang katuruan natin dito sa araw na ito ay what makes someone a catalyst for God. So una, a catalyst finds favor in the eyes of the Lord. So Noah found favor with God because of his faithfulness and righteousness in a corrupt world. So God's favor is not arbitrary, but is often a response to a heart that seeks Him earnestly. Second is a catalyst is a clean instrument in the hands of God. So Noah was described as a righteous and blameless man. To be used effectively by God, one must strive for purity and integrity, allowing God to work through a life unstained through a life untainted by sin. Third is a catalyst walks with God. So Noah's close relationship with God set him apart. Walking with God means living in daily fellowship with Him, seeking His guidance and aligning one's life with His will. So, to apply these teachings in our life, so how can we make ourselves ready to become God's agents of change? So first is we need to seek God's favor. So pursue a life that pleases God by seeking Him or by seeking His will through prayer, studying His Word, and being obedient to His commands. So cultivate a heart that desires to know and honor God above else. So second is observe holiness. Strive for holiness in all areas of life. This involves turning away from sin, making righteous choices, and maintaining a pure heart. So let your life be a reflection of God's holiness and righteousness. So third is walk with God. Develop a close personal relationship with God. Spend time in daily prayer and worship. So listen for His voice and follow His leading. A walk with God requires commitment, consistency, and a heart that continually seeks His presence. So our discussion for this morning is, so how can we make ourselves ready to become God's agents of change? So we need to reflect on and discuss these following points. So una is intentional spiritual growth. So commit to intentional spiritual growth through regular Bible study, prayer, and fellowship with other believers. So this helps deepen your understanding of God's character and His will for your life. Second is confession and repentance. So regularly examine your life, confess sin, and seek God's forgiveness. So repentance keeps your heart clean and sensitive to God's guidance, making you more effective in His service. Third is active obedience. So be quick to obey God's commands and promptings. So obedience is the key in being used by God. So when we act on His instructions, we position ourselves to be a part of His transformative work. Fourth is serve others. So look for opportunities to serve those around you. So acts of service demonstrate God's love and open doors for sharing the gospel. Serving others with a humble heart aligns you with God's mission. Fifth and last is faith and trust. So cultivate a deep trust in God's plans and purposes even when they are not immediately clear. So faith allows you to step out in boldness and be used by God in powerful ways. So by embracing these practices, we prepare ourselves to be catalysts for change in God's hands. Encourage one another to take specific steps towards a spiritual growth and readiness. So share personal experiences of how seeking God's favor, observing holiness, and walking with Him have positioned you to impact others for His kingdom. So together, strive to be instruments of God's transformative work in the world.